My name's Ian and this is Alison. We work for a local educational charity called the Brentwood Schools Christian Worker Trust, which serves schools all around the Brentwood area. Between 2005 and 2016, one of the most popular daily game shows on British television was Channel 4's Deal or No Deal, hosted by Noel Edmonds, who, as it happens, went to school right here in Brentwood. In the 3,000 episodes of the show that were broadcast, contestants were faced with 22 red boxes, which contained cash prizes ranging from £1 to £250,000. Without knowing what was in each box, players had to choose one box at a time to open, but once a box was opened, its prize could no longer be won. Finally, only one box would remain, and they would win whatever prize was in that last box. In one particularly gripping episode, 21-year-old contestant Alice Mundy got to the stage where she had 2 remaining boxes to choose between. She knew that one of the boxes contained the lowest possible prize, £1, while the other box contained the biggest prize, £250,000. But she had no way of knowing which was which. Which box should she choose? If she chose the box containing £250,000, it could change her life dramatically. But make the wrong choice and she would leave with just £1 and a lot of regret. Luckily, she did choose the box containing £250,000, and I'm sure she went home very happy with her success.
It's said that the average person makes 35,000 decisions or choices every single day. Some of these decisions are small, but others are much larger and can have considerable consequences. I wonder what decisions you've already made today and what choices you will make as the day unfolds. And I wonder what factors influence the decisions you make. Imagine for a moment finding yourself in a situation in which God appears to you and offers to give you anything you want. What would you ask for? The Bible tells a story of this happening to a king of Israel called Solomon, around 3,000 years ago, when he was 20 years old. God appeared to Solomon in a dream and invited him to ask for whatever he wanted God to give him. Now, this is God, right? So he could give Solomon absolutely anything.
So what did Solomon ask for? Masses of money? Super strength? The power to fly? No. Solomon asked God for wisdom. That's right, wisdom. He asked for a wise heart to help him govern the people and to distinguish right from wrong. And the Bible goes on to say that God gave Solomon the wisdom he asked for. But because he had made such a good choice, God made him very wealthy as well. King Solomon went on to write many of the wise sayings contained in the book of Proverbs within the Bible. One of those sayings goes like this: "Happy are those that find wisdom. Wisdom is more valuable than silver, gold, or precious jewels. Nothing else compares with it."
Wisdom can be described as the ability to choose correctly and follow the best course of action So, knowing the right thing to do and then actually doing it. Many years ago, at Stanford University in California, psychologist Walter Mischel conducted an experiment which has since become famous. He presented 16 young children, one by one, with a marshmallow and gave them two options. They could either eat the marshmallow immediately, or they could wait 15 minutes and then they would be given two marshmallows to eat. In follow-up tests with those same children, Walter Mischel discovered that those children who had made the decision to wait went on to experience greater success in life than those who had eaten the marshmallow straight away. Author Colin Coble once wrote, "There are always choices in life. Where you end up is a direct result of how wise your decisions are."
One of the most famous stories ever told by Jesus and recorded in the Bible is a story about two builders. Jesus said that the person who hears his words and puts them into practice is like a wise builder who built their house on a firm foundation of rock. The rains came, the winds blew, and the house stood strong. But, Jesus said, the person who hears his words and doesn't put them into practice is like a foolish builder who built their house on an unstable foundation of sand. The rains came, the winds blew, and that house collapsed. I wonder whether you and I will build our lives on strong foundations by seeking to make wise choices. And I wonder whether we'll value wisdom as highly as Solomon did. Law professor and author Michael Josephson once said, "The choices you make in your life will make your life. Choose wisely." Thanks very much for watching.